Hey everyone, Mac is back. Today we're going to continue with the Siege of Winterfell Commander series. We're going to talk about Sinara, Simon, Layla, Drake, and Melisandre. Let's get to it. First we're going to start with Sinara, and her rage cost is 700, which is quite on the higher side. Middle is right around probably like the 550-ish, 5 to 600. So 700 is a little bit on the higher side. Cooldown is 12 seconds, which is the normal. Her bonuses down at the bottom, you can see there. I don't have her gold, so when she is gold, she'll give you 240% infantry defense and health. And then she also has total attack of 120% when she is gold. And then you can see the numbers there when she is purple. So those are pretty good to have 3 buffs there. It's primarily obviously for infantry with the defense and the health. But if you're in a, if you really need her for, if you like her skill or something, you want to put her in a non-infantry lineup, to at least get some total attack out of it. Her skill though is reduces the skill damage taken by all troops in a circular area, max of 3 targets by 80% for 5 seconds. At the same time, increases infantry attack of the commanded troops by 900% for 5 seconds. So this is very, very good. When it comes to, I think I've mentioned this before, when you're targeting more than one troop, more than one troops that are in there. So you're targeting you have 3 targets. Getting those 3 targets in there and reducing their skill damage by 85% is pretty massive, and it's for 5 seconds as well. So if they do their skill at any time, during when this procs off, then 5 seconds you'll get 80% reduction in skill damage, but then also increasing the infantry attack by 900%. So you probably don't want to you probably only want to use her in infantry lineups. But she's very, very powerful. The only thing there is just the rage cost is a little bit high. And then we go over to Simon, and Simon's rage cost is 500. So like I said before, that's kind of middle. A little bit lower on the lower end because it is 500. It's not 550 or 600, so still very good. And he's I have him purple and it's 48%, but his total attack will actually be 120% when he is gold. If you look at his skill, the cooldown, of course, is 12 seconds. I skipped over that, but I've been seeing that a lot in these commanders. The skill is recovers the wounded for allied troops, another one, max of 3 targets, and a circular area healing coefficient of 1800, and removes all debuffs, but it's unable to remove bleed. So another very, very good skill. You could put him in any single lineup you want. You just better be able to buff your stats. When you're in whatever lineup you put him into, because the only thing he has is 120% total attack. At least he does have that. At least it's better than nothing, which some of these commanders have had, is had absolutely nothing. But that target, healing 3 targets and only the rage cost is 500. I could definitely see him being in a lot of lineups for the healing benefit of him. Let's move on to Lyanna. Her rage cost is 700, which was the same as Sinara, so that's a little on the high side. Cooldown is 12 seconds, which is the norm. Her bonuses are all cavalry, and she'll be 240% when you have her gold across the board to have health, attack, and defense. So that's very good. And the skill is increases cavalry attack and defense of the commanded troops by 900% for 8 seconds. And I still think these commanders are underrated, because the 900% is quite massive, especially for attack, and then throwing in 900% is great. But defense is great. But at the same time, the 8 seconds is what I really consider, because you're talking 8 seconds of doing this damage, this massive amount of damage, and that can really, really kill a lot of troops. So I'm a big fan of her, the commanders that have this skill. Moving on to Drake, he has a 650 rage cost, which is a little bit on the higher end, but still a little bit lower than that 700 that we saw earlier, so a little bit better. So, cooldown 12 seconds, which is normal. His bonuses, I only have him blue. I don't have him any higher than blue. So at blue, you get him 64%. But once you get him to gold, he's 320% spear, health, defense, and attack. So very, very good. It's one of the best ones you can get because of the massive amount of buff that he's going to give to those troops. And then once he gets his skill off, you'll be able to increase your spear, attack, health, and defense by 900% for 5 seconds. So also very good. So if you have a spear lineup and he is gold, he's he's almost most likely going to be in there. He's just too good not to have him in there with the amount of everything that he has. His rage cost isn't ridiculously high. His bonuses are very good, and that skill for 5 seconds. I wish it was 8 seconds. 3 more seconds would be much better, but 5 seconds is still not bad at all. And then finally, Melisandre, who's a 700 rage cost. So this group of commanders has they're on the higher end of rage. The cooldown is 12 seconds, which is normal. Her bonuses, I have her blue, of course. They're 48% bow attack and defense. But if you do have her gold, or when you get her gold, she'll be 240%. So when she's at gold, so that's very nice for a bow. If you have a bow lineup in there, bow formation. And once she gets her skill off, she'll increase that bow attack and that defense by 900% for 8 seconds. So a very similar skill that we just saw there. I believe it was, right here from Lyanna, who has cavalry attack and defense for 900%, where she's going to do this for your bow. So this would be another good one for your bow lineup. Putting her in there with maybe Simon would be pretty decent, and then throw in some other stats from another commander. I think that'd be really great as well. So we only have, looks like, one more video left to do. I'm just gonna add in Peter Baelish to this here and make a 5 out of these, or I'm sorry, 6 commanders. I'm not gonna spread them out, so we'll get to that in the future. Until next time, Mac out.